Okay guys, so I've called this video stuck at 1. So that's obviously referring to the fact that most people who have tinnitus, they choose a number on a spectrum and they say, okay, my tinnitus is a 3 out of 10, some days it's a 5, my hyperacusis is here, but when I listen to this it goes here. They use a spectrum to help inform their doctors of how severe it is. So what I'm often seeing is, sorry one sec, it's bloody hot here. What I'm seeing a lot is that people get their tinnitus, they'll follow my advice for a couple of weeks or 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or whatever it is, and they'll have tinnitus, let's say at an 8 or a 10 or a 7, and they'll get it down to like a 1 or a 2 and very quickly, and then it will stay there for a long period of time. It'll be very hard to get rid of. And this is quite common. We'll get into what to do, how to fix that, and how to get it to a 0 and get it to stay to 0 in a second. But the first two things that we need to talk about are, A, you need to celebrate. You've changed your life already, even though it's not completely gone. Think about this. GPs, neuro-otologists, audiologists, ENTs, if I didn't say that already, all these doctors, all these people, your friends, your family, tinnitus forums, you say, oh, look, tinnitus is for life, you're so fucked. The news, the radio, it's incurable, blah, blah, there's millions of dollars of research going into it and there's nothing we can do. But yet you've gone ahead and you've just punched him in the fucking throat. Okay, if you're a fan of wrestling, you just sweet chin music them in the face, and you've beaten your tinnitus. Basically, it's almost completely gone, and you've done it in weeks or even months. You know, that's pretty amazing. Okay, and all you did was change your diet, change your lifestyle, get more sunlight, yada yada yada. It's a different video, so you need to celebrate. The second thing is, we're going to talk about that in this video, and I'm going to explain actually how to get it from a 1 to a 0 and keep it going. So I'm going to read an email to help explain this that I got today. I got it 9 hours ago. Okay, and I'll read my answer too. Hey Liam, this might be somewhat of a long email, just a heads up, but I really need your advice, so here it goes. I wanted to touch base with you and see if I could please get some guidance from you. So I've been on the program for around 9 weeks now. Okay, so that's just over 2 months, obviously. And since around week 4, I've been incorporating 4-day fasts every week. Okay, so first thing I want to say is that's pretty intense. Like 4-day fasts. Wow, like even I don't do that anymore, but that's like really, really intense. So I don't really recommend anyone does that, but if it works for you, you can do it. But that's intense. But it just shows you what the human body is capable of, right? Anyway, and by the way, people get the same results as this guy without those hectic fasts, just so you know. But this guy's doing it, so that's awesome. Okay, with 3-hour eating windows on the days I'm not fasting, so that's pretty intense. So for example, he'd be fasting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he'd be eating within a 3-hour eating window. Okay, sticking to the foods you suggest. I had a cheat weekend around week 7. That's fine. Cheat weekends are absolutely fine. My tinnitus has gone down from a 7 or a 8 to somewhere between a 3 and a 1. So how fucking amazing is that? Fuck you, ENTs. Fuck you, doctors. You don't know what the fuck you are talking about. You are fucking out of a job. Okay. Tones have changed, but still lingering no matter what I do. Okay, that's fine. So this is 9 weeks in. So first thing we have to realize is it's so worth celebrating this. This is not a small victory, okay? Even if, and this is not what's going to happen, but even if the tinnitus stayed between a 3 and a 1, how fucking good is that? How different is the quality of life, okay? Tones have changed, that's a good sign, but still lingering no matter what I do. Okay, so now onto my questions. I've lost around 30 pounds, I guess, so that's in kilos, that's like what, 15 kilos, 12 kilos, okay, from the time I started. I've gone from around 160 to 130. I feel like I'm losing way too much weight. Okay, so this is a question I get a lot. I feel like I'm losing way too much weight. Well, it depends. Were you fat when you started? Are you anorexic now? What do you look like? Don't worry about the difference between where you were and where you are now. Look at yourself now, okay? Am I fasting too much? And what happens if I take a break from fasting? How long should I keep this up? And I answered this person's question. Also, I was able to make an appointment with Dr. Darren Schmidt this week. Awesome. I'm actually in Michigan as we speak. Awesome. He advised me to eat only meat. Awesome. And some veggies. What are your thoughts? I am determined to get rid of tea, but I'm somewhat discouraged at the moment. I could really use some sound advice if you would be so kind. Thanks in advance. So the first thing, as I said before, this is so fucking good. Like show me anybody else online or anywhere that gets these results, okay? By just changing a few things in your life. Not a fucking chance in hell. Not gonna happen, okay? So we've got to celebrate this, okay? So I'll scroll through this, okay? So Liam, oh, I've said his name there, but I guess you can't find his last name. First of all, well done. The most important thing to do now is fucking celebrate. First of all, as well, I'll say, I've met people in person after they see my videos and they say, you know what, Liam, I was taking this guy for a ride through Chiang Mai on the back of my motorbike, and he said, you know what, Liam, like you're just the same person as you are in person as you are online. And that's true. So there are some people online who will, in any industry, who will be so polite and nice, and they're just so full of shit. Everybody, when you get to really know those people and you meet anyone, they say fuck and shit and cunt and everything. They all do that. Only people who, they just want to get you to like you. That will kill you on the inside. So I would just not trust people who don't. I honestly wouldn't trust people who swear online. I really wouldn't. I just honestly wouldn't. From doing this, I've met famous people, I've met wealthy people, I've met everyone, and they swear. And it's just what people do, okay? Elon Musk's favorite word is fuck. Look it up. Also, don't fall into a trap of just focusing on what you haven't achieved, or you will never get rid of tinnitus. I see it every day, and that's true. That's why I'm making this video. You need to focus on what you've achieved. Like, he should be jumping over the fucking moon, okay? I suggest the same as Dr. Darren Schmidt, eat mostly meat with a small amount of veggies, because veggies are basically toxic, okay? Also, take a break from any fasts over 24 hours. 4 days a week is a lot, and it is a lot, but goddamn, man, that is some discipline, and you should be over the moon about that. Again, you got to give yourself a pat on the back, okay? I don't want you getting underweight and unhealthy. I want to put some fat on you, okay? Meat's going to do that. Crank out the fatty steaks, pork, caviar, liver, seafood, fish. Go for it, any meats. Avoid dairy still, okay? Eating vegetables will cause you to lose weight because your body can barely digest any vegetables, okay? Anyone watching this video who doesn't agree with that, look it up and put a link below that disproves that, okay? Just look at vegetarians. They're so skinny and they eat kilos of food a day. That's true as well. If you watch any vegetarian or vegan YouTuber, they do not stop eating, okay? And I don't stop pooing either, because the body can't take any of it. So I agree with Dr. Darren Schmidt 100%. He knows what he's talking about, and he does. He's in a documentary. He helps people with tinnitus almost every week now because of, he knows what he's talking about. Just eat within a 5 to 7 hour, eating window every day to put on weight. Okay, so we're keeping the insulin low, and we're keeping he's not going to be in ketosis anymore, obviously, which is fine, or autophagy, but that's okay. We want to put a bit more weight on him and take it slow now. Hope this makes sense. P.S. Also cut out coffee, tea, nuts, and seeds if you haven't already. I eat 100% meat diet now, and I sleep, dream, work, and exercise like never before, and that's 100% true. Okay, so there's some other emails, but they're more private, so I'll keep that to myself. But the moral of this video is stay positive, okay? So, no, sorry, not stay positive. It's celebrate. That's the real moral of this video, is you gotta celebrate when you succeed, okay? When you get some sort of result. People say, oh, Liam, I did a fast, and my tinnitus went way down, but then as soon as I ate, it went way back up, and I'm so sad now, and I just feel like I'm never gonna get over it. It's like, stop. Like, stop fucking talking like that. You will never fucking have the motivation, discipline to get over tinnitus if you get a result that no one in the world says you can get, and you get it, and then you just complain. Good fucking luck getting rid of tinnitus, okay? I'm not talking to this guy, okay? I understand it. Like, when I talk one-on-one, I'm the most polite, nice person ever. Like, I've never berated anyone personally, and I never will, because that's not on. That's bullying. It's not okay. But when it comes to the generalized videos, I'm fucking slitting throats. I'm going to tell you guys a new asshole, because generally speaking, some people need a bit of, up the arse. They weren't hit as a child. They need a bit of that now. I'm like their new fucking dad. Anyway, so that's the moral of this video. Okay, so celebrate the wins, and also this: if you're stuck at one. Exercise, sunlight. I go to bed at about 9 p.m, wake up at 5 a.m, and if I don't do that, I feel terrible. I read an hour before sleep. As I said, sunlight, as much of my skin as possible. I don't swim in saltwater pools. I do swim in the ocean here in Bali. I work out intensely twice a day. Just look at my Instagram, okay? My basic daily schedules on Instagram. I don't drink, I don't have coffee, I don't have tea, I just have water and meat, and some of it's raw and some of it's not. And you just feel so good. And the other thing is, I want to put one more thing in here, which is people say, oh, but Liam, like, you got to live a little, right? Like, I got to cut out all that. Well, fuck me, like, how much of a fucking life are you having right now with tinnitus? Are you living now? Are you enjoying the life now? And they go, I know, but it's just so good. It's like, well, find someone else to help you, because you're obviously, like, I don't want to work with you. And I'm not talking to this person here, I'm not talking to anyone else. I'm saying in general, okay? I would never berate a single person like this unless they really fucking needed it, okay? But even then, I wouldn't do it. I just ignore their emails. And that's what I do. People who complain, I never answer their emails, okay? It's not gonna happen. I'm in the process of hiring a support guy to answer some emails, okay? Because I just can't do it anymore. Because my mental health is at stake. Honestly, it is. It's stressful. And you know, you're on your own basically if you complain. Anyway, wrap that video up there. If you're stuck at one, that's what to do.